Well, we're probably, where we need to be. You always want to be a little further along, but I think we're on schedule and on track. This is kind of right at the midway point of camp here. I got 8 practices in the books, and it's been hot and it's been physical. It's been pretty demanding, I think, here as we have kind of worked through our installation. Got a number of guys banged up, so it's kind of been a day-to-day chore to make sure we had the right guys in the right spots. But I think in a positive way, most of the guys that have gotten nicked up or injured will be back, most sooner than later. And we're getting ready to make a push here into the second half of camp. So we've stayed on track with our installations. We've gotten all of our first and second down install in. We've gotten our short yardage installed. We got our third down, medium and long installed. We introduced our 2-minute here just the other day. We've been down on the goal line. So as we head into the second week of camp, we'll start looking at more moving the field situations, and red zone will come into play, 4-minute will come into play. So I think we're at a good spot, but we got to continue to make good decisions here moving forward. I really like what we're doing offensively, conceptually. Coach Garrett has a real good understanding of what the offense needs to look like. He's had a real good installation in terms of the way and the organization of how the offense has been installed, and we're really pushing our guys offensively to learn. There's a lot of different tempos that we're playing with. We're playing with a lot of different shifts and motions. We're playing with a lot of different formations, and we're playing with a lot of different personnel groupings. So I think that is putting a lot of pressure on our players, our student athletes, to learn and to respond. And I think they're responding at a good level. With Kyle back there at quarterback, I think Broadus is having a real good camp. 2 veteran players, that are able to process and take the lead on all of this volume of information. So I think we're in a good spot, and it challenges our defense. This isn't the kind of offense where you can sit in one defense and feel like you can contain it. So we're having to really probe and think and adjust defensively. Yeah, well, we got an awful lot. We've got a lot of guys hurt on defense here the early part of camp, and we had, I think, 8 linebacker D-line body types miss upwards of 4 to 5 days of practice. So it's been very difficult to really assess where we're at. But in the interim, a lot of young players have been forced into action, and they have really, really done a nice job. So as we get some guys back off the IR here heading into the second half of camp, I think we've developed even a little more depth with some of the freshmen that have shown us that they are in fact going to be able to contribute. To this point, our secondaries remain pretty much healthy and intact through camp, and I think it has a chance to be one of the best secondaries that we've had in quite some time. So I'm very excited about that. And then our linebacking play has been real consistent with Selton Hodge and Omar Howard. And as we're continuing to build and get guys back from injury, I think our front can be very, very strong. So a lot goes into camp. There's just a lot of different tight turns and decisions that have to be made throughout the course of camp. And I feel like we're making the right decisions. I feel like our players are following our lead, and I think they're committed to sacrifice and to do the things that we need to do to be ready for the start of the season.